Okay, so this last week was spent purely on the first draft, finishing the first draft. I succeeded. I managed to get all 73 pages done. In fact, that was actually less than what I planned originally. What I originally planned was about 82. I ended up cutting about 9 pages, mostly from the third act, because I felt like I cut the resolution because I felt like what I have here is so much better for an ending. It works so much better, and then a lot of this, this scene I sort of replaced with about half a page up here with sort of this bit from the bottom up, and yeah, a lot of the stuff that was cut, the post-credit sequence, was cut purely in the name of redundancy. It just wasn't needed. And there was the draft. There's not really much I can say about writing. It was just a matter of sticking to this as closely as possible. I did end up cutting a few scenes. This scene felt redundant. This was replaced with something a little bit better. It was replaced with... I'll find the exact thing it was replaced with. It was replaced with Annie finding out Connor was still going to work with Paradox Annie. And that is something that I think was personally a much better decision. It was shorter, yes, but I think it worked ultimately. This whole colour scheme here is the finished to the right amount, over, under, cut and replaced. It's not a very complicated colour scheme. I feel like this whole draft, I thought it was really satisfying finishing it. I have this on my phone on the iBooks app, and it is so satisfying to flick through and see pages, like to see page 73 with no dialogue, actually, all written with action lines and roll credits. That is so satisfying to look at. It just makes my day every time I open it and see how much I've actually written. So, because I didn't want this all to go to waste before I wrote my second draft, I put it out in a few places. I put a post on Reddit and got some very good feedback from a writer by identifying as While She Sleeps. He or she gave a lot of good feedback. I'm actually in the process of reading a screenplay that they've written and giving them feedback. I've read about 15 pages of it, so I'm giving them feedback right now. And yeah, just like, this feedback was really useful, and I feel like it'll really help me to write the second draft, as the second draft is going to, it's just going to be a clean-up job, cleaning up as much as possible, as much as needed, making sure everything fits and just works. So yeah, I got a little bit of feedback from 12 ounce tube of sausage. I like that username. He's not a very... Is he active? Sorry, that's not very active. That's okay. Sorry for being sidetracked. So yeah, I then put a post out on Twitter, and I received 2 people, and one of them got back to me with feedback. And yeah, it's not as helpful as, it's not as in depth as all of this, but at the same time, it's still useful. So, and yes, still feedback's feedback. So, in terms of what I'm going to do in the next rewrite, there's a few things I want to do. I want to add to the characterization of James. I want to make him seem a little bit more of a tough guy, a bit buffer. Like, yeah, I know what the, I know I can handle this. Don't worry about it. And I want to maybe take out some of the parenthesis. Like, it's because an actor should be trusted to get some of this, or to learn some of this. To know some of this. Apologize. I'm tired. So yeah, there's some things I'm gonna take out. I think I might play around with adding one of these scenes back. Maybe the end credit scene. Or the post credit scene. I don't think so, because I feel like this ending is perfect. Like, this as an ending to me is brilliant. It leaves just enough questions that it leaves you thinking, but it answers enough. She's landed in a futuristic timeline. So honestly, I feel like this ending is perfect. We don't need to add on to it. The post-credit scene could be the hook for a sequel. Maybe. I don't know. In terms of actually writing a sequel, I don't think I will do that one yet. I think I'll write a couple more drafts of this before I think about writing a sequel, because, I don't know, maybe it'd be good to have a first, second, and third. Or a first, and at least a sequel, sorry. I'm blabbering. So, yeah. Pretty much next week is just going to be me focusing on the rewrite, trying to get it to be as different as possible, but while also working at the same time. I might just screen record, if I can, on OBS. I might just screen record the entire process. Plug in, not my mic, but I might just screen record the entire process. It'll show how much idle time, admittedly, I spend, but it'll also be a great log of just what I do. So yeah, I might do that though. I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, next week, purely focus on the rewrites.